God declares that today He will communicate with utmost clarity. The Father declares, I am pressing into you today. May this day provide an opportunity for mutual engagement with me. Divert your attention, says the Father, from the ordinary tasks of the day and see the grandeur, power, and manifestation of my strength and presence in your life today. The Father implores you to be enveloped by my love today. Select to embody the qualities of Mary rather than being sidetracked by inconsequential matters. This day, eternity is inscribed in your heart. The joy and vitality of my heart envelop you as a manifestation of unconditional love. Accept my affection, O offspring of my dominion. Accept my love, which fulfills every need and answers every request even before it is uttered. God declares today that for every praise you have offered me, I have resolved to reply with the divine embrace of heaven. The skies are parting as you exalt me. The depths are unleashed beneath you when your brow touches the earth in reverence. The Father declares that every act of worship is recorded in the heavenly archives, for you are a worshipper whose devotion is a pleasing fragrance in my presence. The Father urges you to step forward. Step up and proclaim my mercy and grace, for you are foretelling your season and articulating your responses to prayer via expressions of devotion and grace. The manifestation of my Spirit upon you will surpass every account of splendor you have ever encountered or learned about. No eye has seen nor ear heard that which I am currently bestowing onto your life from the celestial oil flasks. God declares today that I am obliterating the scorpion of odd in your existence. Through the poured blood of my righteousness, I have transformed you into what you are meant to be. The Father asserts that you do not fall short. You do not lack my splendor, for my glory resides within you. You cannot underperform relative to what I have instilled in you. Even if you falter, should you find yourself in the depths of despair, I shall remain with you, for I will never forsake the greatness I have instilled within you. The Father declares that you are acceptable to me. You are satisfactory and progressing incrementally towards my complete approval and endorsement. You have undergone a period of evaluation and have now completed the assessment. Your examiners have solely identified the cleansing of the Son's blood, for I have allocated to you the complete measure of grace, compassion, and loving kindness bestowed in liquid love onto the tree. Accept it. Accept and embrace it as your own, relinquishing every trace and implication of censure in your life. You are the cherished one. God declares today that I perceive nothing within you deserving of condemnation. I assumed all judgment and wrath upon myself on the cross. The Father declares that He has no anger remaining to direct towards you. Did I not state that you are not designated for wrath? If you are not designated for wrath, then you are not the recipient of my displeasure or ire. At times, you have questioned if I was unhappy or angry. However, hear my voice, says the Father. I harbor no anger towards you and I am not disappointed in you in any respect. The Father expresses hope, asserting that my faith, the very faith of God, is actualizing my hope in your life. You are my privileged child, and as my designated one, I am purifying you and enabling you. Accept the garment of my righteousness and the emblem of my rule. The offering is presented, and its efficacy remains intact. The purity of the spilled blood purifies and redeems you at this moment, declares the Father. God declares today that the glory of the old covenant is but a fragile shimmer in comparison to what I am manifesting at this moment. I restructured the manifestation of my glory at the sending of my Son. I directed my radiance and luminosity to bestow my grace and benevolence. Permit me to love you with the love that crucified the Son. Permit me to love you with the fervor and resolve that compelled the Son to descend from the throne to the cross. The Father asserts his unwavering commitment to love you, stating that he will neither deviate nor be dissuaded from his affection. As Moses' countenance radiated via the ministry of death, so shall I transform you through the ministry of life. The Father proclaims a baptism that will cause your body and natural form to radiate with my brilliance. Embrace the radiance of my splendor and the emanation of my divine life, love, and resurrection. This is your present inheritance and your ultimate destiny as a child of my right hand. Today, God asserts that the adversary hath no countermeasure against humility. He possesses no protection against humility due to his complete absence of it. The adversary lacks comprehension of humility. By adopting the mantle of humility, you become inconspicuous to him and cease to register on his awareness. The Father states that you are enigmatic and invulnerable when you adopt a low profile. Disregard the illusion of unwarranted confidence as if you could accomplish your necessary tasks just through your abilities. Exhibit vulnerability. Exhibit honesty. Abandon all posturing and false bravado, because I am your protector and your safeguard, and nothing shall harm you if you resolve to permit me to manifest and reveal myself in your domain. Before the video continues, I request you to help by super thanks. God asserts today that you perceive having been deceived, yet you have not been misled. Some individuals make commitments and sincerely meant to fulfill them. Grant them forgiveness. Liberate them. Forgive, release, and bless even those who have departed to eternity. By doing so, you invoke the blessing that hovers over you like a mantle of glory. Act now, declares the Father, and accept the unequivocal blessing of my share in your life. Redirect all your trust and expectations toward me, for although I may often be invisible in your life, I will never disappoint you. I shall never abandon you, I shall never forsake you. The Father implores, trust me and love others. Do not make the mistake of relying on humanity for what can only be obtained via my provision. I am the provider, and you will need no gift, for I am bestowing upon you my abundance and blessings during this season. God asserts today that I am not shaping you to fulfill my plan through the enforcement of external expectations. I am reshaping you through the intrinsic essence of my presence in your life. I embody your wisdom, life, and righteousness. You possess the entitlement that arises from my divine purpose for your life. No more weeping at night, no more fearing the day. Arise, declares the Father, for I am contending for you, not against you. The Father asserts to remain unshaken. You have contemplated, God, where are you? The Father proclaims, I am present. Recognize my presence and perceive my glory, for I am currently upon you in strength and resurrection. You shall survive and not perish. The adversary is deceitful, as he cannot undermine my favor in your life. Today, God asserts that one can identify a wolf by the traces it leaves behind. My declarations of freedom are inscribed upon the hearts of individuals, and I have engraved your essence with phrases of vitality and affirmation. It is time to expunge the narratives that religious predators have inscribed in your life and heart. You are not the person they claimed you to be, nor are you obligated to fulfill their prescribed duties. The Father instructs them to exit. Step forth into your freedom. Emerging from darkness, the day star of my promise is illuminating your heart to impart life and liberation even today. The Father states, a bit longer. I perceive the lament and inquiries of your heart. Do not permit the adversary to persuade you that I have disregarded that matter. The Father advises you to sustain your trust in me and be faithful to your duties for a little longer. Assignments possess distinct beginnings and endings. Upon the conclusion of your current mission, there will be advancement and rewards corresponding with the challenges you have encountered. Today, God declares you worthy to serve in His kingdom. You are competent, prepared, and capable of executing tasks. The Father declares, let there be a manifestation of that which I have imparted to you today. The Father declares, I have made you suitable. My essence and my message are emancipating you to fulfill my preparedness assignment. I am transporting you to the staging area from which I will deploy you into the ministry segment. Your directive is to promote life and eradicate death. You are tasked with eliminating the death dealer's operations. You are designated to prophesy against the temples of death and to bestow life, freedom, and liberation upon my people. I am unwilling to undertake the endeavors on earth that I intend to pursue without your presence. Hence, I immediately empower and prepare you for the current season you are entering. God declares today that I am your instructor, and your adequacy derives from my spirit rather than any terrestrial or human origin. Instruction from man becomes tainted unless it is preceded by a personal and profound revelation from the source, of which I am the exclusive embodiment. Set away external literature and communications, and delve deeply, advises the Father. Attune your ear to my voice and the profound truth that is distinctive to your existence and journey. I will not hold you accountable for what I have communicated to others. The accountability in your life is the personal revelation of myself that must take precedence over everything else, asserts the Father. The revelation not derived from humanity is that which will elevate your existence and initiate the supernatural. This is the bridal season and the commencement of miracles, and I have determined that you shall be a participant, declares the Father. I have arranged your seat at the table and prepared your wedding attire. Proceed inside. Embrace the offer today to delve deeper into me than you have ever encountered before. God proclaims today that you do not require documentation to serve me. You are not a poodle. The regulating bodies of religious authority serve their function, but I will not be constrained or commanded on the role I have assumed in your life. Indeed, I shall demonstrate how to cater to the diverse needs of individuals, yet, ultimately, the Father asserts that His authority in your life is paramount, and aligning with His Spirit supersedes alignment with any individual or their objectives. Therefore, realign your mindset to the Father's purpose and relinquish all insecurity. Be resolute, declares the Father, and let your heart be certain, for I am collaborating with you to fulfill my kind intent. The terrain ahead may appear barren, yet as you advance in adherence to my guidance, it will flourish like a garden, and you will partake of the waters from my aquifers. Accept this segment and repose in the reserves of my mercy that I bestow upon you during this period as I propel you onward in your ministerial role and consecrate you to embark today upon your ordained destiny. Before the video continues, I request you to help by super thanks. God asserts today that when you extend forgiveness, you do so in my stead and embody my essence. You occupy my position when the essence of reconciliation functions within and upon you. I deposited your life as a manifestation of the sacrifice done at Calvary. You possess the authority to extend my alleviating grace and my forgiveness to individuals in your vicinity. Did I not indicate that you possess a ministry of reconciliation? Do not withhold your affection or your forgiveness. Bestow my pardon upon individuals who suffer from self-hatred and self-destructive tendencies. Adore them extravagantly and pardon them boldly. Allow your love to convey the magnitude and significance of my sacrifice on the cross. Permit the Father to enable the complete range of my grace to permeate within you and extend to others. This exemplifies the nature of unconditional love. Decide to impose no prerequisites on the expression of your compassion and acceptance. Understand that I am not insecure nor fickle, and I will not react with anger or retribution for your generous affection. It is not immoral to love with the affection that affixed my hands and feet to the cross. At this level of love, you will embody the understanding of my being on earth, and people around you will experience, rather than only recall religious history, the presence of a caring, living God who loves them completely. God declares today that He is establishing a pristine ecclesia. The ecclesia represents my church, and I am building an ecclesia characterized by its simplicity and its unwavering dependency on and emphasis upon my presence. The Father states that there is no activity, program, or purpose in my church that holds any significance in the absence of my presence. I urge you today to prioritize my presence in your life and in every loyalty and commitment you establish with others. In my presence exists the fullness of joy, sustenance, and liberation. My elevated hand and extended arm are approaching those who submit in reverence to my presence above all other religious agendas and mentalities. I am dismantling the barriers of the religious and cultural ghetto, prompting the inhabitants of my kingdom to emerge into all spheres of life to declare and enact my dominion and my magnificence. Proceed to invert the world today. Proceed to affiliate yourself with the revolutionary church that embodies an unwavering love. Political systems are ineffective, humanism is unsuccessful, and humanity's conception of social fairness is a complete failure. As you pursue my influence in the minutiae of your daily existence, you will discover your involvement in my supremacy over all authority and dominion in your life. God proclaims that today He has descended to the depths to bolster and fortify you. From those depths, I have summoned you as my own. The dwelling I establish for you is not situated in the depths of base humanity, which remains oblivious to my grace and my unconditional love. In your state of oppression and moral corruption, I offered my utmost and finest, declares the Father. What could I possibly withhold from you at this moment of your necessity? My response to you now is my compassion. My response to you now is my grace. Prepare yourself. Be prepared today for my intervention to disrupt the ordinary flow of events and illuminate the darkest aspects of your necessity with my glory. Reside in my essence. Comprehend the conditions that envelop you from my perspective. Observe the celestial assembly surrounding you, ensuring that no adversary may penetrate to inflict harm upon even a single hair on your head. The Father proclaims, rejoice. Repose. I am the originator and the concluder. The adversary is the deceiver and the bully. He is less capable of fulfilling his threats than he would have you think. I am focused on the assignment, and my output will meet expectations. The Father proclaims joy. Rejoice and rest, for you have a good opportunity today to witness a significant deliverance I am manifesting in your present now. God asserts that today you should boldly inquire, and I shall faithfully respond. Request extensively. Inquire without reservation or doubt. If I provided the utmost gift from heaven for your most significant transgression, what could I possibly retain? The Father urges you to elevate your expectations, for you cannot exhaust my willingness or my love for you. Inquire not merely as a son or a servant, but as a friend, for I am your covenant companion. If I had spared Sodom and Gomorrah, what excuse would there be for not sparing your city? Despite the magnitude of Sodom and Gomorrah's transgressions, the Father stated that he would have spared the city alone at the request of his servant Abraham. Abraham's supplications were founded on an ancient patristic covenant. Your supplications reach me through the potency of the blood of the only begotten. The Father states, I will respond to you. Simply inquire. Before the video continues, I request you to help by super thanks. God asserts that when you unite with fellow believers, it should be by divine appointment rather than mere religious routine. When you act by divine mandate, you genuinely enter my courts in actuality and truth. All other pursuits are futile rituals devoid of strength or vigor. Allow the trajectory of your day to be guided by my spirit towards the elevated realms of the planet. Thrones await occupancy and elevated positions require purification. Reports have been presented of giants and insurmountable obstacles. They possess a grasshopper mentality, instilling fear and lethargy in my people. The Father asserts that you are not a spiritual pygmy. You are maturing, evolving, and developing into my whole form. It is time to discard the notion of a bobblehead dashboard Jesus and recognize that I am rising within you to reveal my grandeur and bestow the spoils of a sin-ridden world onto your domain. Today, God instructs you to perceive the Lamb in the hearts of individuals around you, rather than any other representation. The most egregious sinner, devoid of any aspiration to enter my kingdom, is nonetheless created in my likeness and sustains his existence by my forbearance and mercy. If I withstand the derision of the cross, is it not a trivial matter to bear with patience and grace the contempt and affronts of those who opt not to follow my way? Observe the Lamb while you regard others in your vicinity. Observe the Lamb when they disregard you and subject you to mistreatment and misrepresentation. Observe the Lamb, declares the Father, for when you recognize the Lamb in others, you enter into my mercies, which are renewed each morning on your behalf. When you request my mercy for yourself and then fail to extend it to others, you forfeit my favor. The Father asserts that he is neither withholding nor restraining from you. I shall withhold nothing that the cross has redeemed. Resolve in your heart to love unreservedly and unconditionally, even those who belittle and torment you. Do not worry about their transgressions against you, for in due time I will compel them to negotiate peace on your behalf. God instructs you today to choose to live this day from my boundless and essential life. Your breath and power are derived from an infinite, eternal source. The Father assures that you will neither exhaust nor falter. Allow this infinite reservoir to be the source from which your patience is derived. When all other motivations abandon their pursuit, declares the Father. This patience endures, anticipating the complete fulfillment of the promises and blessings granted by the cross. The Father asserts that you will not be disappointed. I do not tolerate disappointment. I am the God who exceeds all that you can request or conceive. Engage with my intellect, my generosity, and my unwavering patience that is devoid of grievances. Your conclusion is guaranteed, and your responses are imminent. Proceed to celebrate. Proceed to applaud. Proceed, says the Father, for you are in a day devoid of disappointment. Today, God asserts that one experiences the greatest loss when one forfeits their tranquility. I am your tranquility. I am your melody. Do not allow circumstances to deprive you of the profound harmony of my voice within you. When the adversary perceives that you have forfeited your tranquility, he recognizes that you have ventured into a domain within his control. I am your tranquility, my child. I embody the serene steadiness of your heart amidst provocation and chaos. I am the tranquil depths within you, impervious to any worldly disturbances. Simplify your life by discarding misleading narratives and unfounded obstacles. Streamline to ascend. Proceed onto the tarmac where the celestial vehicles await, engines revved, ready to transfer you from the ordinary and quotidian. Depart with me, cherished one, and I shall elevate you upon my wings, beyond the trivialities of quotidian concerns. Depart and listen to the subtlety of my presence and my power, which will fortify and rejuvenate you, enabling you to ascend to the elevated realms of the earth where dominion is your inherent condition. Before the video continues, please like the video, share it with your family and subscribe to the channel and check out the link in the description. Thanks for watching the video.